All right, I was looking for the appropriate day crescendo to jump in with that fancy music, but looks like everybody is here, so why don't we get started? And it is 5:30. We'd like to welcome everyone to the Mesa City Council study session for April the 20th. All of our council is present, I can see on our screen. This is a study session, and the really only item on our agenda for this meeting is to review the agendas for tonight's council meeting. So council, I know we talked about this last Thursday, but are there any questions or requests for additional information about any of the items that are on our agenda for tonight's meeting? Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. It was just Thursday that we went over this. So the next item on our agenda then is to review current events and reports on meetings and conferences attended. Is there anything you've been involved in you'd like to share with us over the last few days? Yes, Councilmember Duff.
Yes, I just wanted to share that this afternoon I met with, of course, members of the city, but with ASU and Nature's Conservancy, Rail Mesa, and others, talking about a heat action plan for Mesa and how to set goals to reduce heat-related deaths and keep people safe and provide the shade and heat resilience that we need through our summer. And so I look forward to working with many of the departments in the city and how we can achieve our goals in order to be a cooler, safer city. Thank you.
Great, thank you. I hope you're successful in that. We could use a cooler, safer summer this summer. Council, other events you'd like to talk about? If there are none, the next item on our agenda is schedule of future meetings. And I know, Council, in our meeting last Thursday, we talked about whether or not we ought to meet this coming Tuesday. I'm anxious for Mr. Brady to weigh in on this, but I think part of our rationale for meeting on Tuesday was maybe to give our police and fire chief, not invite them to come in because I don't think there's any breaking news that they have to report to us. But I think we were anxious to get updated from Mr. Brady and from city staff as the details of the CARE funding proposal was released, so that we had maybe some better indication as to how we were going to be able to utilize those dollars. And Mr. Brady, it's my understanding that that the money has arrived, but that the details of how that money is to be spent, it remains still not fully fleshed out. Council, given that we really already have 3 meetings scheduled for this week, the meeting we're currently in, the one we're about to start, and then a council meeting on Thursday, I'm not sure that we have a need to meet on Tuesday. If it's the consensus of council to meet, absolutely we'll do that. But Mr. Brady, do you have any items for an agenda for Tuesday's meeting?
Mayor, no, I don't. Other than I sent out the information to the council a couple hours ago. That's really the latest information that we have at this point. Hopefully we'll receive more even before Thursday. And if we do, then certainly we'll be glad to brief the council on what we know on Thursday. But at this time, we really don't have any guidance about how the funds can be spent and what's eligible, other than those brief statements I included in the information I sent to you. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. So I guess, council, at this point, we don't have anything from staff to put on the agenda. I'm checking with you if there's if you'd like to keep Tuesday's meeting a go and have some agenda items for us, then that's great. Let's hear from Mr. Freeman and then Mr. Luna.
Mayor, I concur. I don't think there's a need to meet on Tuesday. If we have ample information streams coming again from the EOC, like I mentioned, and others, and if something changes, Mr. Brady can let us know. But I'm fine just leaving it as so. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Luna.
Mayor, I'm also in agreement with Mr. Freeman, Vice Mayor Freeman. I think we can just wait until Thursday. There's a lot of unanswered questions relative how we're going to expend this money. maybe by that time, Mr. Brady might have an idea, but I think my preference is to just postpone, have our meetings on Thursday instead of tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Other thoughts on this? Is that the consensus of the council? Okay, I see heads nodding. All right, thank you. So we will forego our council meeting tomorrow afternoon and meet on Thursday morning at 7:30 for our regular study session.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. That concludes the items for this study session. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Luna. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. I know you have to.
Aye.
Thank you. Thanks for taking your mics off. Okay. Then by unanimous consent, this meeting is adjourned and we will reconvene in about less than 10 minutes for our regular council. Thank you.